It's Week 6 of the 2026 season. And coming up, it's the Commanders' rangy cornerback, who played his part to perfection last week with 3 interceptions. It's the Commanders and the Texans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Throwing to start the drive, Gibson. And his first pass is incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Gibson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Gibson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after here coming up. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 8 carries, 52 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Throwing left side. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Robinson on a give right side and taken down just shy of the 40. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2nd and 9 now. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. CeeDee Lamb, 30 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, here's Pierce. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
Well, get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And taken right at the 35. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Gibson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Chase Claypool, 42 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Houston's offense taking over again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw on 2nd down, Gibson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st down, Gibson. Oh, that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
Has absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's complete right side to Kmet. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Throwing on first down. Gibson looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Gibson. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Gibson. Quick. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw. Gibson to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Back to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Running right through him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screen play is following the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Robinson up the middle. Bulldozes past him. He's got it to the 43 here. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw here. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Pearson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hand off now to Robinson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 3. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A give left side to Robinson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, here's Robinson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2nd and 4. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Pearson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, Texans.
On 1st and 10, Gibson. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. On first down, Gibson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to the ground with Pierce. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Gibson. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. Operating from the gun. Gibson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. To throw on 2nd down. Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, and was able to track the ball in another.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Robinson on a give right side. And he's got it down to the 28. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 24. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. straight ahead. It's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, Mark, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw on second down. Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gibson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run here with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Robinson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On the run, it's Robinson. And able to get this to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
He had no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
They'll look to throw here. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it from the 28. It's 2nd and 5. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 159 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the give, here's Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.